What's up, folks? Welcome to another episode of 10 Horse Money YouTube channel. Man, it is super cold outside. Had a big cold front move through. We've had a mild December, and January has come in cold. The water's dropping fast, and I want to talk to you about winter fishing offshore with blade baits. You know, blade baits are something that I've tried over the years and really haven't got into a good bite. But recently, I was out on a trip with Ron, and it started happening. You know, Ron was spoon fishing and I was throwing this Damiki Vault. 3/8 ounce Damiki Vault blade bait. Did some research, and this is one of the more popular blade baits out there. So I tied that on and I was kind of committed to that and ended up starting to figure out how to work this thing. So let's roll into that video and I'll talk a little bit about some of the things I learned on this trip.
Pretty cool to be able to talk through it and catch one at the same time.
Yeah, that's really cool. There's one. Oh, I had him.
A bite?
Yeah, missed him.
They're in here roaming around.
Unless there's a tree out there. I think it was a fish.
I think out there. That's probably a fish.
He caught me up high. I was pulling up high, working this little blade bait. Got him that time.
There you go, bud. I was just about to say, we got several fish around here.
A little bit. Yeah, as good as I thought. There you go. So this is a little Damiki blade bait. It's something I'm going to be playing around with more this winter. You know, I've played around with it in the past, but I haven't really committed to it, and I'm going to this year. Just a little bit more finessey, 3/8 ounce, 15-pound test.
Good job, bud.
Thanks. There he is.
Got him?
Yeah.
Got moving the boat and got off and got it.
That was cool. Felt him tick it on the way up and I dropped it, and then he just grabbed a hold of it. He ate it, sure did. Got little bitty baby hooks. There you go. Blade bait. This is fun. Just Ron's throwing the big spoon and I'm finessing them. We're both getting bites. Just giving them a different look. I don't think they'll come off when you get them hooked. Those hooks are so small.
Blade bait has been around forever. I mean, it's a great way to catch offshore fish, whether you're fishing ledges, humps, rock piles, just channel swings, anything out deep. The blade bait is really good, and it seems to shine in colder water. You know, once that water gets down in the 40s, it just keeps getting better. There's a lot of blade baits out there on the market. The gay blade, the steel shad. There's even some just generic ones. I think I bought these off of Lure Parts online, but it's the same kind of concept. So it's got that shad profile, and you're going to have some lead on the front part of this bait. Typically, you have 3 little holes and a snap in one of the holes. From what I've learned, the further you go back with that snap on these holes, the more vibration you have. Hooks are key. You want a kind of a light wire hook because you're going to be fishing this on a little bit lighter line. Tail feather, you can go with or without the tail feather. Sometimes it makes a difference, sometimes it doesn't. I think when the fish are more aggressive, that tail feather is the way to go. And if they're a little more finicky, that open hook or just a plain hook gives that bait a little more of a finesse type profile. So you've got to play around with that.
They're going to be pretty transient.
Nope. Little fish. There you go. Just like that. Little fish, but you know, we idled through here a while ago, put a little waypoint on this spot, took off, idled some other spots, came back, and these fish are still here.
It's still satisfying though, even if they're little. If you see them, you find them, you scan them, and then you throw to them and catch them.
Yes.
I still enjoy that.
It's very rewarding. That fish clobbered it.
Good job, buddy.
Better than the last one. Look at it, man. He ate that thing.
Holy crap.
Sticking out of his. Golly.
Good job, buddy.
I think that fish wanted it. Chunk. There you go. That is fun. There he is.
They're not wanting the spoon, but they want that little rascal.
Yeah. He hit it on the fall. Gotta really be paying attention with this. Oh, I got off.
Let's talk blade bait colors. Typically, if you got real high skies, light wind, something like chrome or silver is the way to go. And there are no absolutes in bass fishing, but this is a good place to start. So something that's kind of chrome, got a little bit of watercolor, the same sunny type days. You might mix in like this blue, something with a blue back. It's kind of chrome. It's got that kind of mirrored image, got a lot of flash. Or same similar pattern, but with a green back, you know, more of a gizzard shad, threadfin shad kind of look. So these are colors that I would throw in, you know, on a clear day, on a bright day. But you gotta experiment. If you're up north and, you know, the yellow perch is a key forage base, something like this. This is a yellow perch color. That's gonna be something you're gonna, probably you guys up north, you're gonna be having this tied on quite a bit. And then on overcast days or a little bit more wind, it's hard to go wrong with white. White's really bold, it stands out. And there are days when this works on clear skies too. So white and chrome patterns, it's pretty simple. Just play around with it. And like even something like this. This is like a sexy shad. It's got a little bit of a yellow chartreuse line down there. Just little subtle color differences. So just look at your skies, look at your wind conditions, and make your color adjustments based on that.
Double.
Hey.
Double, double. It's been a while, Ron.
At least 3 minutes since I had one.
And I was talking about a double.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Fun.
They're down there.
They're down there. We got them. Not the biggest fish in the lake, but it doesn't matter. It's just like Ron was saying, it's fun to idle, find them, and then set up on them and catch them.
Yep.
Good job, man. Ah, I missed him.
This one?
He's just holding it.
Holding it?
I think so. This bait's pretty sweet. It's like, it's only 3/8 ounce, but it gets down really quick and it stays down.
You want it?
Yeah, it's impressive. I'll probably buy some 1/2 ounce too.
Which blade bait is that?
It's the Damiki Vault. It's supposed to be one of the better ones out there. And I've got it on 15. A lot of guys fish it on like 10.
Get down a little quicker.
Yeah, stays down there, which I'm gonna probably rig up a rod just for this. This is a cranking rod. You need something with a soft tip because it's got pretty small hooks on it. It's like working a jig almost. Just right when you very first feel it flutter, you're supposed to kill it. I think if I have lighter line, I could feel it flutter a little more, or it would just give it more freedom. Kind of digging this thing now. Catch a few fish on it, you get some confidence. There you go. It's fun.
Rod and reel set up for a blade bait. You need something with a soft tip. I've been throwing this blade bait on a crankbait rod. This is a 7'2" It's just a medium action with a moderate tip. So you need some tip. You need a little bit of tip to let that fish load up on the bait. And 15-pound test is what I was throwing, but I'm gonna drop down to 12, to 10 or 12. I've been doing a little bit of research. A lot of people are saying, you know, you need to be fishing 10 or 12-pound test for a couple of reasons. The bait gets down faster, and that light line allows the blade bait to have more action. You know, 15, I don't think I would go any thicker than 15, but I'm gonna start throwing this around on like 10 and 12 and see if I can tell a difference. I was throwing it on a 7-to-1 gear ratio reel. I think a high-speed reel is the way to go. You just pick up a lot more line. When you hook up with that fish, you can get him off the bottom and moving towards the boat.
There you go, bud.
The school fired up.
They have come in little spurts, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. I love that bite. There you go, man. That's fun. Not catching anything big yet, but it is a blast catching them a little bit different way. Damiki Vault, 3/8 ounce, throwing a 15-pound test, and I haven't quite figured out, you know, the rod and reel setup yet. At least the rod. So I'm throwing a cranking stick. Seems to be working.
What the hell?
I still think it's cool to catch fish. Like, if you think about what we're actually doing, you know, there's just this body of water. There's fish swimming around in it, and we're finding them, and we're trying to make them bite something artificial. It's pretty cool.
A lot of guys throw a blade bait on spinning gear, just a medium action rod. Some people throw braid to fluorocarbon leader. Some people it's just straight fluorocarbon. But I think the key is to have a little bit softer action rod. And the way to work that bait, you make your cast, free spool it, let it go to the bottom, and you're just doing little short hops. You want to keep that thing, you know, within a foot of the bottom. So make your cast, let it fall. When your line gets slack, it's on the bottom, reel up, and you're just kind of pointing your rod tip at the bait and just pulling it up until you feel it vibrate. You'll feel a little brrr, and as soon as you feel that little brrr, kill it, and it's just gonna fall back down. So it's just little short rises off the bottom. You're not really, it's not like a spoon where you're really trying to get it high up in the water column. You're keeping it along the bottom. You're targeting fish that are kind of holding tight to the bottom, and it's just little bitty short pulls. It's almost like fishing a jig, really, or a Texas rig. As soon as you feel that bait kind of quiver, you kill it. And the bite will come 3 different ways. They'll hit it on the bottom, or when it's rising, or as soon as it starts to fall, you'll feel that fish grab it. It's just a little tick. Sometimes it's just something is getting heavy, but you do it a little bit and you'll figure it out. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. I mean, it's just a different way to fish. And man, fishing's all about figuring out different ways to catch fish. You can catch these deep offshore fish a lot of different ways, and the blade bait is one of them.
Yeah, I do think there is something to a softer tip, though.
On that bait?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sure.
Did a little research, and a lot of guys fishing on like a medium or medium light spinning rod. The guys up north fish with a spinning rod, like 8-pound test.
Well, no, I threw it a little bit last year, and I ended up throwing it on a spinning rod with braid to fluoro. The only reason I threw braid to fluoro is because I was too lazy to take the braid off. But
Yeah.
still, it was fine. Yeah, under the boat again. They're just roaming in through here.
Yeah. Might be a little better one.
Better one?
I think it's better. Got to be better than the last one. It wasn't that big.
What the heck?
Did it get you? Oh, Oh, I got you. Yeah, that's a lot better one.
Yeah.
Where you at? Sorry.
That's a
Fish of the day, yeah.
I'll go ahead and grab your fish and we'll get my line.
There we go.
Yeah, that's what we're
There we
looking for
go.
there, bud.
Good one. Good fish. Yeah, he just felt heavier.
That's got a couple like that along this stretch yesterday. That's what we're looking for. Look how plump he is.
Beautiful fish.
Right?
I got it. Just now. There we go.
That one was
Solid fish. There we go. It's a good quality fish. Fun, man. Fun. They're just moving around. They're just really on the move today. You know, got a little bit of wind, which is helping, but they're scattered, and you just got to keep casting. But good quality fish. That was fun.
So give this blade bait a try. It's a fun way to catch fish. You're targeting the same fish that are set up for a jig or a shaky head, but you just can't get them to react. This is a cold water reaction bait. Buy you a couple different colors, throw them around. We've got more winter fishing tip videos coming up. If you haven't checked out that spoon fishing video, if you're curious about how to catch offshore fish in the winter with a spoon, it's a really good one. Got more videos coming up. Thanks for all the support. We're doing a live stream on Monday nights at 7:30 Central. Got a lot of great guests, and it's a great way to learn about all of these tips from the people that are the best at doing them. Give me a thumbs up if you appreciate the content. Subscribe to the channel, and until next time.